Hello dear friends, welcome back for English classes. We are looking now chapter number 11, The Proposal by Anton Chekhov. So we saw what was the meaning of proposal, which were the main characters of this particular drama. We saw how the scene opened. Now this is a wonderful Russian funny drama. Therefore, dear friends, you need to have the things very much clear that we had discussed in the first part of this chapter. Now, in this lecture, we will continue with the second part, what had exactly happened. So, in the first we saw the overview of the chapter, how does the play begin, at the same time, who are the characters, and how Lomo had come to ask for the hand of Natalya to her father Shubuko. Shubuko, how had he given reaction to, and we also saw what Lomo had thought Natalya was, or Natalya, how beautifully she can be a wife and a housekeeper, because as we know, she had already been educated, okay, she had studied, she was a learned person. At the same time, she was very obedient to the housekeeping work, as we came to know, okay, as given in the description, because we are also told that they are neighbors, and being neighbors, they have been together, and therefore these things or these details have been revealed. Now, see, so far, whatever the scene that took place, we had only two characters in which Shubuko and Lomo were present. Natalya was absent. Now comes Natalya. So we will know what. It's a couple of pages, lines when we read from the chapter. It is said that how the meeting has taken place between the first meeting after proposal. Okay. What is Natalya talking, or how is she talking about? So let's see. Talk between Lomo and Natalya. Natalya comes and asks Lomo why had he not come there for a long time. So just like father, the daughter even was willing that he should have proposed her long back. She was actually willing to get married to this gentleman. So she said, "Why didn't you come early?" She informs Lomo about the harvest. She asked him why was he dressed in an evening dress, and inquired if he was going to a ball, or so-called a particular party. Now, before Lomo told Natalia his purpose for the visit, they were off the point. Now there comes a funny fight, an interesting thing, dear friends. Remember, Lomo has come to ask for the hand of Natalya. That message has been conveyed, but it had taken place, the very first scene had taken place between the would-be father-in-law and would-be son-in-law. But at the same time, so-called Lomo and Shubuko. Now Natalya was absent. Natalya did not know what has happened. Now Natalya has come to the scene, and at the same time, we will come to know, dear friends, that father is missing from the scene. So what had exactly they had talked, Natalya is completely unaware. And before they proceed further, they are off the point. So there begins a sweet quarrel and a funny fight. Let us see. He starts telling her that he has known his family for a very long time. He also tells her how he inherited his land and how he respects her father. So that is quite common, because he is an elderly man, I would say elder to Natalia. They are not of the same age. There is an age difference of 10 years. And therefore, definitely, dear friends, the character Lomo is much aware of the family of Natalia. He tells Natalia that his oxen meadows touch Natalia's bridge woods. Now here comes the fight. So as I said, over the piece of land, both the families had quarreled for years together. Now that is now come back. On hearing this, Natalia says that the oxen meadows are theirs. Now that particular fight remains the same. Remember, once again, Lomo has actually come to propose. Even Natalia is happy. She also said that he would have come early, but at the same time, when the point of property came, he thought that they are claiming each other's property, and therefore the meadows, okay, they were touching the bridgewood of Natalia, said they are both claiming happens to be theirs. Now there comes a fight. So argument regarding land ownership. The first argument is about the land ownership. Who has that particular, or whose land is that? Okay. Now dear friends, let us see what is exactly the summary. Natalia gets serious and tells him that oxen meadows do not belong to him. They actually belong to them. Lomo clarifies that he is talking about the oxen meadows that are between her breechwoods and burnt marsh. Okay, so he is trying to say that they are mine. Natalia says they are mine. Now whose the meadows are, we do not know. But there comes a fight. Natalia insists that they are theirs. Lomo refuses it. Now just imagine, dear friends, if they are of Natalia's. Now if Lomo gets married to Natalia, they are going to become the property of Lomo. And if they are of Lomo's, and if Natalia becomes the wife of Lomo, definitely she will have the share of. But over the piece of land, they start fighting, because we are told that both the characters are argumentative. They like to argue over silly things. Lomo refuses it. He tells her that his aunt's grandmother gave those meadows to her father's grandfather. Would you just imagine? It is great ancestors came together now and said it was just given to you to stay and to work. The peasants used to, use the land for 40 years. Imagine. So the peasants are the poor farmers who used that particular land for 40 years, and gradually you have taken that away. Now imagine, dear friends, that is the argument going on. Okay, so meanwhile you are requested, dear friends, to read the chapter so you understand each and every minute detail of the chapter. Okay, argument continues between Natalia and Lomo. Natalia refuses and sticks on her point that those meadows are theirs. Lomo, on the other hand, says that he has the documents to prove that it is his land. Natalya tells him that they had that land for nearly 300 years now. Can you just imagine, dear friends? She has used such a great lie, saying for 300 years. Okay. Both of them continue fighting over the ownership of the land. Lomo refers to make a present of them to Natalya. Now Lomo also said, I will gift you. Okay. She also says that she can make a present of them to him. Now both are willing to give gift, but they are not leaving the argument. They start shouting at each other. Now you see, dear friends, they had actually come for a wonderful purpose and a wonderful proposal, that is to get married. And now what have they done? They have started fighting over the piece of land. Shubuko takes Natalya's side. Definitely. What will the father do? The father will definitely take the side of the daughter. And thus What has he done? He is now taking the side of his daughter. Okay. So, yes, here. Shubuko takes Natalya's side. Shubuko also enters the room. Remember, in the first meeting, Natalya was absent. Now, second meeting, Shubuko was absent. Now, when they have already started the fight, Shubuko, the father, enters into the hall, enters into the house. Natalya asks him to tell Lomo that the auction meadows are owned by them. Shubuko also supports Natalya and regards the meadows as theirs. Okay. Lomo refuses. Shubuko says that by shouting, Lomo cannot prove that the auction meadows are owned by him. So remember, first meeting was very, very happy. Now it has taken a sort of arguments. Okay, dear friends. He accuses Lomo by saying that he cannot talk he cannot talk to him so disrespectfully. So he must have used a word or two. So that old man must have felt bad. Says disrespectfully he has talked to me. Now he is twice of his age. Lomo says that he is calling his land and he is his and wants him to speak to him politely. You see, at the same time, both of them, they are ready to give away one side, and the second is no, we will not just bear because the land belongs to me. Both of them are not putting the foot down. He also he calls Shubuko a land grabber. Now, first meeting, the would-be father-in-law is now addressed as land grabber, and therefore the land grabber, who is now would-be father-in-law, is very angry. Lomo threatens that he would take Shubuko to the court. A lot of abuses are exchanged between them. Shubuko says that Lomo's grandfather was a drunkard. His younger aunt, Nastasia, ran away with an architect. Lomo felt that he was dying, so he could not say anything at that time. Remember, dear friends, we are already told that Lomo is very, very soft from within, and therefore he cannot withstand this kind of behavior of any, and therefore he gets nervous. Natalya also calls Lomo a rascal. Shubuko calls him a villain and a scarecrow. So he did not like all these names. He also calls him a monster who has the courage to propose. And therefore, dear friends, he has come for a purpose, that was to propose. And now he was happy at the beginning. Now because the argument took place, he says, "You rascal, how dare you ask, my daughter's hand? You are good for nothing." And the argument continued. So, dear friends, we see what the chapter is now built up. Okay. Now Shubuko tells Natalya the purpose of Lomo's visit. Once again, this is the third time or fourth time, dear friends, I am reminding you that in the first meeting, Natalya was not present, and Natalya simply started the fighting over piece of land. Now slowly, Natalya is told by her father, why exactly Lomo had paid a visit. When she came to know, oh God, Shubuko tells Natalya the purpose of Lomo's visit. As soon as Lomo leaves their home, because the fight has taken place. So Lomo, in hurry, felt insulted, leaves the house. After leaving, Shubuko, the father, tells daughter, you see exactly for the purpose he had come. Shubuko tells Natalya that he came to propose her. Hearing the word propose, Natalya inquires him. Okay. Shubuko tells him that Lomo had come there to propose Natalya for marriage. Hearing this, Natalya starts crying. She asks Shubuko to bring Lomo back at once. Now this is a very, very wonderful scene, dear friends. If you just, and definitely I assure that once we are back to the school, we will act this particular thing out, okay, appointing different characters, and we'll really make good fun out of this. And that's why you see first scene. Now Natalya is aware of why exactly Shubuko had come to house. Sorry, Lomo has come to the house. So now, for the first time, she chased him away. And now she's crying and telling dad. She is being stubborn here and tells dad to get him back. Oh my god, what have I done? He has actually come to propose me and I chased him away. So that is what she feels bad. Okay. Meanwhile, the scene is the Lomo is brought back. Sorry, Lomo is brought back. Somehow he comes. But then again, the fight begins over a dog. There comes a point of dog, and whose dog is better? That is what the next fight is over. Okay, about. Lomo enters again. Natalya begs to him to be excused. They shift their talk to the dogs as Natalya tells him that the oxen meadows are his. Now she accepted that oxen meadows are yours. I don't have any problem. They now talk about the dogs. Lomo tells Natalya that his best dog costed him 125 rubles. That happens to be the Russian currency. Okay. Natalya says that it is too much. She tells him that her father had given just 85 rupees for the Squeezer, her dog. Okay. She says that Squeezer is better than his dog. Okay. So Lomo refuses to say and says that his lower jaw is shorter than his upper jaw. Now imagine once again, dear friends, first fight was about the land. The second fight is about the dog. So what is the characteristics of the dog? How his lower jaw is, how his upper jaw, or whether he looks ugly, whether he looks beautiful or not. So that is why, you see, Natalya says that Squeezer is of the finest pedigree breed. They both continue fighting over the breed of their dogs. Shubuko enters and inquires about the matter. So now, after second argument, now Shubuko again enters into the hall and says, my god, they have again started fighting over a dog. Shubuko also says that Lomo's dog is old and short. So again, father has taken the side of daughter. Lomo drops to the ground. Lomo suddenly falls. Natalya asks her father that what has happened to him. Shubuko thinks that he has difficulty in breathing. You see, once again, let me tell you, dear friends, Lomo, the character, he has nervousness and therefore he falls often. So now he has fallen down. He has difficulty to breathe. Natalya says that she feels Lomo is dead. Oh my god, what has happened? Shubuko then calls water, okay, as well as calls for water as well as the doctor. Okay, so anyway, the argument is at one side, but now meanwhile the argument was going on, Lomo falls down and all of a sudden he is unable to breathe, and therefore our Natalya, the would-be wife, feels so afraid and says, my god, whether he's dead or not, check out and call the doctor and call for water as well. Shubuko asks Lomo to marry Natalya. Now you see, once again, the scene, the play that had begun with the purpose and propose, it will end with the marrying scene. Okay, Shubuko seems helpless. He starts accusing himself. He asks for the knife and a pistol. He calls himself the most unhappy of men. Lomo starts reviving slowly. Okay, see, because the fellow has fallen, you may also feel that he is dead, half dead, he is unable to breathe, and now says, oh my god, what have I done? This man, Shubuko feels all that thing, that my god, this man had come for asking my daughter's hand, and what have I done? I should have given that, telling my daughter, and now he is slowly losing his breath. He feels regretted. Now what has happened? Let's see. Lomo starts reviving. Thank God. Lomo is not now feeling better. Lomo says he sees stars. He asks where is he. Shubuko says that he should hurry up and marry Natalya. He also tells him that she is willing to marry him. Natalya becomes extremely happy on hearing this. Both of them actually are very, very genuine. But what the problem lied between them was the nature of argumentative kind of thing. Shibuko also feels happy and uh, offers some champagne for the occasion. So dear friends, we came to know that the characters who's fought and beautifully the scene comes to an end. You see, now this is a particular scene shown to us. It is a sort of argumentative, and at the same time Lomo moves out. But when exactly she came to know that Lomo had come here to propose, she is very happy and calls the dad to get him back. And after that, the thing comes to an end after the discussion, second discussion over a dog, and then at last they are given in marriage. So, dear friends, it's a very, very funny and a wonderful story. I would prefer please read that entire story and we will try to understand. And it's a wonderful story. You don't need to be, there is no hard philosophy used here, but day to day kind of argument. And we should only become aware because it's a Russian play. And therefore, dear friends, as we read the entire story, we will definitely come to know. Thank you very much, dear friends.